Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at how I do rear foot elevated split squats. Now as always, you shouldn't be performing any exercises that you see on the internet unless you've been cleared by a medical professional to do so. Now, let's look at how I do rear foot elevated split squats. I'm going to start with an elevated surface like this bench right here. I chose it because it's stable, it's not going anywhere, and it's wide enough for me to rest my leg across. I'm also not going to get stuck, like my foot won't get stuck and won't let me pull it out of there. There's a lot of benches out there in the gym where you go and then your foot kind of sinks in and gets stuck and you're like, oh no, it's not coming out. I'm stuck, especially when you're on your third, fourth, fifth set of 10 reps and you're like, oh man, I'm just too tired, now I'm stuck. What am I going to do? So bench selection is important. Surface selection is important. But once I have that selected, I like to go about a lunge width forward. I'm going to use my right leg for you guys going back today so you can see what it looks like. So I like to rest my leg across the bench, and then when I go into the lunge, you scoot a little bit further. When I go into the lunge, I like coming straight down. So you'll notice I'm trying to keep a straight line from my shoulder to my hip to my knee, staying upright. I'm not trying to come here. I'm also not trying to let my weight shift all the way here. I'm trying to come straight down. Now, one of the first things that I notice when I do this exercise is the tightness right there in my quad. This is an exercise that I love because it's also diagnostic. Now, you've probably caught on to the theme for the last several videos that I've talked about this. I love choosing exercises that allow my body to talk back to me to say, hey, I'm having some tightness here. One, because it allows me to use the exercise as a little bit of a stretch, pushing into mobility when I'm doing it. So I'm knocking out two different objectives. I'm strengthening primarily on this leg when I'm in that lunge, and I'm stretching on this one. So I'm getting a nice stretch on one leg while I'm also strengthening the other. It's also a really useful tool because if I've been doing a ton of mobility and I go into this exercise, I'm still having tightness, that's telling me that on my mobility day, I happen to have missed this muscle group or that muscle group or whatever, and I need a little bit more time to train them or to stretch them. It's really important to me because the older I get, the more important longevity is and functionality is. That's one of the things that's really important is being healthy throughout my entire life and not just being an absolute gym beast or just being a cardio fanatic. I really want to find that sweet spot of being strong, functionally fit, and also having good cardio, and this allows me that diagnostic feedback. I got it from the third time. Now, again, one leg out here, other one here, dropping straight down, coming straight up. Trying not to push myself through this leg as much as I am trying to let it passively relax and just kind of help me know where I am in time and space. Now, a lot of people like to focus on not letting the knee go over the toes. You'll notice that I kind of get close. The further I lean forward, so if I stay up nice and tall, I drop straight down. You can see that it comes forward a little bit. It's not really over my toes like this, and I try to avoid that. I want to stay like this. My goal is to get my glutes to fire as much as possible on this side. So when I'm in that lunge position, coming down, I'm trying to drive through the heel, through the glutes, come up nice and tall. Now, I tend to dose these for 3 sets of 8 to 10. I don't have any numbness, tingling, burning, or pain. If I did, I would stop and talk to a medical professional. But I do feel fatigue. These are one of the few exercises that really fatigues me. Now, this isn't just a quad exercise. I know I talked a lot about the stretch into the quad. It's also working on the lateral hip and the glutes and the piriformis, because when you're doing this, going all the way back and coming down, those are the muscles that are having to stabilize to keep your hip from popping to either side, right, like that, which then puts all that extra force on the knee. So when I'm doing the Bulgarians, I'm trying to stay, I'll do it in this plane for you, straight up and down, and not letting that knee wiggle side to side, putting extra stress and rotation in the joint. I want these muscles, the stabilizing muscles, to be strong and healthy. That way my knee will stay strong and healthy for a long period of time. Now, this has been how I do the rear foot elevated split squat. I tend to dose them for 3 sets of 8 repetitions to 10 repetitions. I do like to do them loaded with the weights by my side, right, so like here. Like them right here by my side, not letting them pull me forward, not floundering, but just staying right in the plane straight up and down, shoulder, hip to knee, making a nice straight line in line with gravity. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please check out the website in the description below. And everybody stay healthy, stay fit, and stay awesome.